We're live. We are live with the big show here in Henderson Settlement. All the peeps out there in Facebook land and all that. We're ready for action. I've got a couple of work camp guests here. We're going to get to those here in just a few minutes. But we got Blue back here. Blue is wound up. He and I have been talking about this Blue Big Show Day that's coming up. We're going to plan that and get that set up. We're going to just have that all ready to go. I've got a date in mind that we're going to do that, but haven't got Blue locked in. He got a busy schedule. Blue back here.
Oh, okay.
He got a lot of things going on.
Anxious to hear about it.
Yeah. Oh, you will. So we're going to have one big show here, and Blue is typically it's myself and Casey Smith, who volunteers in the greenhouse and does some stuff in the office and whatnot, but she's gone for a couple of weeks at annual conferences. And then Blue is back there. Jessica, you can see behind me, sitting on my shoulder. She's kind of Casey's fill-in, but we've decided that Blue needs to have one big show all to itself. So we're just going to have Blue up here, and we're going to take questions and stuff for Blue, and Blue's going to answer those. And it's going to be a wild time.
Yeah, sounds like
it's going to be Blue will have this show covered. So that's coming up. So y'all, we'll make an announcement on that, and everything will be good. So we have with us Bonnie and Lorretta. Bonnie and Lorretta, and they are with one of the teams here, and we'll get to that in a minute. And while I'm on that note, we might as well just go ahead and talk about all the work teams that are here this week. We have got Aldersgate UMC from Nixa, Missouri, and there's 4 of those fine folks that are here. We've got Central Grove Smith Creek UMC from Warrenton, Missouri, and there's 9 of those folks here this week. We've got Christ Church from Kettering, Ohio. Ooh. Kettering. Y'all know what that's near?
No, I do.
Do you?
Near Dayton.
Oh, near Dayton. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. And there's 22 of those wonderful folks. And then we've got Ron Widener from Illinois and Dave Zemark from Lexington, Kentucky. Buddies, if I go way back, been coming for a long time. And actually their son, not their son, Dave's son, who is with them. Yeah. That are here this week. That would have been a real big show.
Yeah, really.
That would have been. Yeah.
That would have been a good time.
Yeah, that would have been one we had a lot of discussion on. Then we've got First United Methodist Church from Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, and there's started out with 21 of those, and unfortunately on Sunday evening, one of those folks took a fall and had to leave. So really just 20 on campus. So we're praying for one of their team members. He had some surgery and whatnot, but is improving on the path to healing. So we're praise God for that and thankful for that. And then we got Then we've got Hebron. I never know which way to say it.
Hebron.
I never know if it's Hebron or Hebron or.
Well, we would say we're not that biblical. We're Hebron.
Or he be Ron. So Hebron. Hebron. Look up. She just told me. I already messed it up. Hebron UMC from Hebron, Indiana.
Yeah.
Now, what town, for the folks out there, what town, city would that be close to that might be familiar to people?
We're about an hour southeast of Chicago.
Okay. All right. Well, that works.
Yeah. We're just a little bit
So
south
you're
of
real northern
Valparaiso.
Indiana. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And you got 9 folks with you this week.
Yes.
Right? Excellent. All right. We'll get back to that. And then we've got Old North UMC from Evansville, Indiana, and they've got 15 of those folks. I actually went out to visit one of their job sites right before lunch, and they'd already finished that one up and was at a different one. I haven't made it out to that different one yet. I hope you get there. And then we've got St. Stephen's UMC from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Man, that's a long trip.
It is 2 days.
Yeah. And there's 7 of those great folks. And then we've got Zion UMC, First Presbyterian Church from Kokomo, Indiana. And there were 4 of those folks. I say were because they finished up their jobs and they actually took off this afternoon, early morning. So that's the folks that are here this week. Got another good week of things going on next week. And then we've actually, our White Oak facility about 20 miles down the road is the first week of operation out there. So we've got a group from West Virginia.
Great. Oh, my gosh.
Out there next week. So a lot of things hopping. So as I said, this is a couple of folks from the Hebron group, and they are joining us. You all haven't been on the big show before, correct?
No, first time.
Right. And so this is your first trip to Henderson Settlement, correct?
Yeah.
And this is how many trips for you?
6th year.
6? Good. Wow. Now Hebron's been coming for a long time, right?
We've had people that have been coming off and on at least for 12 years.
Yeah, I was thinking it was more than 10.
A lot of them were just coming individually or with
Right.
a couple friends.
Mhm.
And then it's been about 7 years since we've had an organized group from
Yeah.
the church coming.
Yeah, well, good. Well, good. It's great to have y'all folks here with us. And
We enjoy it. That's
yeah.
why we come back.
Well, we certainly appreciate that. So, what's some of the things that you've been doing this week?
Go ahead. Well, we were at one trailer this week,
Yeah.
one home,
Yeah.
and replaced 3 floors.
Right. Yeah.
2 of the floors needed major work
Oh,
done before we could lay the tile
Right.
in the floor. So we did that.
So you had to do the plywood and then put down the kind of the
Glue
subfloor
on,
stuff, glue
yeah.
on, and then put the peel and stick tile on top of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
a
we
good
did
thing.
a little bit of plumbing.
Yeah, you kind of get into that sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's much like when we visited that site back in November, probably is when Harry was out there, and so he didn't have it down to replace the floors, but that's how quickly some of that can go away.
Yeah, you never know what all you're going to find.
Oftentimes when you get we'll listen, you get into it's a little worse than what we thought it was.
Right.
So then you end up making a little bit more.
Mhm.
But y'all were really flexible with that and able to. Take
Well, we've
care of
learned over the years.
it. Yeah.
But you have to be flexible.
Yeah.
And
Because you just never know,
Right.
ideally we would, cut a hole or knock a hole, be able to see, but then it may be a year, maybe a month, could be, who knows, may never get adopted. And then
Yeah.
you just put a hole in the floor.
And
So
it's
you
just
kind of
like-
have to do your, an educated guess at what you're dealing with.
And it's just like at home. You never know when you get into a
Well,
project
exactly.
what's going to happen.
You just know. And so we appreciate folks like you and all the other groups that come being flexible
Mhm.
and understanding and working with us like that. So,
Yeah.
So that's great. So the homeowner was pleased, I'm sure.
Oh,
Very, very
Yeah.
pleased.
Yeah.
She was nice. And
Yeah.
she's a very, very sweet
Yeah,
lady.
very good. That was what I was kind of leading to. So she was around all, if not most, if not all
Off
the
and on.
time.
Yeah, most of
Yeah.
not. She had some jobs to do.
Yeah, right.
So, but then her other family members were around too. I mean, they have neighboring
Right.
trailers.
Yeah.
So we got to meet them and get
Good.
to know them
Good.
a little bit too. So that was always pleasant and good to see what they're doing.
So, that's a real key element, that for on our end and on the group's end both, getting to know folks, building that relationship with people and things like that. Now, I also heard, just because I got big ears, I can hear that. Oh, we lost our connection. Oh, we're going to come back. We're going to
Can
reconnect.
I itch now?
Yeah, you can do it. Who knows? Who knows?
Flu's back there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what happened. How we lost connection.
Maybe the storm
'Cause
coming in.
we're plugged in. I don't know how we would have lost that.
I don't know. It's like it may have blown over us.
Hmm.
Yeah, the
Wonder if something-
Uncle Roy, the relative next door.
Yeah.
He had the hardware store for us.
We're connected. You got something back. Maybe it's coming back.
I was trying to do it.
I disconnected. That don't mean I got internet, but
Because they come in the store, get ready early.
that's bad timing. I finally get some good guests, and then what happens? I lose connection. We're having comments too. Oh, look at all those comments coming in. We could be actually still be broadcasting, so we better be careful.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well, we're getting so somebody out there that's watching, add a comment and tell us if you can still see us or hear us out there, because we're showing it's trying to reconnect, but we might still be broadcasting. It could just be operational. So we see you all. Dave Myers, sounds like the settlement is jumping now that June is here. You got that right, Dave, for sure. Stephanie Burris, Matthews.
Oh, Stephanie.
She's proud of you all. Oh,
And she's one of us. She came last year.
excellent. They said it's Hebron Methodist. Okay, all right, we got that. Hebron. These girls have been switching me, making me. Judy Alexander Wilson, Judy and Kelly say howdy from Indiana. Hello, Judy. And then let's see who we got. We might have a few more up here. Let's see. Go back up, go. Let's see. Yeah, Carmel coming in next week. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, wow. Carmel?
Christine,
Yeah, they've been here
Carmel,
usually the second
Indiana.
week of June when
One
we
of the
come.
churches.
Okay, so Christine
Okay,
says we see it here. Yeah, excellent. So we are
Okay,
broadcasting,
good.
even though it says
Okay,
it's reconnected.
okay.
So we're good. Thank you, Christine. We appreciate that. All right, so we're oh yeah. So you did those community jobs,
Right.
and but I heard you mention up there that maybe you might have done something maybe for the food pantry or something. What have you,
Oh,
any
yeah.
other things you
We,
try to work with or do?
over the last several years, from our congregation, we collect money for the food pantry here. And we try to, rather than purchasing them at home and bringing it all here, we don't always
Yeah.
have that much room.
Sure.
On Wednesday, when we go out into town and do some other things, we stop by Dollar General and we buy a lot of things for the food pantry, things that people cannot purchase with their food stamps.
Right. Yeah.
So things like
personal items.
cleaners and
Yeah.
personal hygiene items and things like that
Yeah.
that they can give out here.
That's outstanding. That's outstanding. And I know that's a big help to folks. They really appreciate that. Yeah, that's great. So let me just ask you just a couple more quick questions. What is there, especially for you, this being your first trip? Oftentimes people come with a predetermined idea of what the area is going to be like or what Henderson 7 is going to be like. And some people just say, hey, we'll see what it's like when we get there. But anyway, my question is, once you got here, was there anything that pleasantly surprised you that you didn't quite expect maybe?
Well, I did look on the website first before we came,
that's
which
good.
is really nice and
Good.
shows some really nice things about Henderson here. And my husband and I both were just so impressed how the whole thing is organized just so well.
Well, good.
Everything, there's things that like we probably wouldn't have thought of, but they're thought of.
Yeah.
And the whole place is just organized
good.
so well.
Good.
And that was one thing that really
Excellent.
impressed us.
Well, we appreciate that.
And I would be back.
Well, good. Well, that was my next question. If the opportunity presented itself, would you think you would come back and that type of thing? Yeah, excellent. Okay, how about you? Now, you've been coming for 6, 7 years, whatever
6
it is.
years, right.
And, is there anything that really tugs at you or that just grabs you that has kept you coming back? Is there any one thing or?
Well, it's just being able to help the people, get to know the people in the community, and getting to know other people
Sure.
that come from other towns, but also just being able to get to know my congregation members better.
Yeah.
And in a totally different way.
Sure.
And it's just, and then it just helps when you get back home, you know them so much better.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And that's the thing I really enjoy the most, is just being able to get to know people out of there.
Yeah, kind of like almost a bonding type.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then
Yeah, that's a nice thing.
we have that when we go back home, and you get new people every year coming out, so you get to know more and more people, like Bonnie.
Yeah.
Got to know her a lot better this year.
Sure. Yeah.
This week
Yeah, that's a
over
great
here.
thing. That's a wonderful thing.
We were,
Go ahead.
sorry.
Laura, go ahead.
We were at dinner last night, on the, like the free day, we had gone out to dinner and ran into another group.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the ladies that I was talking to, I don't know who they were from. But anyway, she'd been coming out here 22 years.
Wow.
And they actually had one of the families with them.
Oh, yeah, that's
Invited.
the Missouri group, the Smith Creek
Okay.
Central.
Yeah.
But they worked with this family. They just felt so much a part of.
Yeah.
They were such a strong
Oh,
connection with that family now.
Because I worked on their same trailer.
Yeah, a couple of times. Yeah.
Several
Yeah.
times. That it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that just, that touches your heart when you can just have that strong connection with someone else.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. We always hope for that. Again, I've said that already, but that people make that connection, and one of that, people make that connection with community folks that they work with, or folks on campus that they get to know and meet.
Yeah.
But then just like oftentimes it's things like that. One of the nice byproducts of having multiple groups here is oftentimes you have groups that become friends, that are from multiple states away, and they say, hey, y'all coming back next year or so? When we'd like to come back and be here same time.
Right.
And the
we
kids
see more and
that
more of
are
that.
here this week,
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. I wonder what connection some kids will find with another church,
sure.
and keep
Yeah.
that connection.
Yeah, one of the really nice things that for me, being here so long and being a part of it is, we have 5, 6, 8 groups, whatever it is, come in on Sunday. But by the end of the week, it's really hard to distinguish that.
Yeah, because everybody's
It's
mixing
like
around.
one big group.
Mhm.
Everybody kind of, makes one big group. It's no longer, well, this is my group or that group. It's really awesome.
Yeah,
It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, girls, anything else you'd like to add? Anything like that?
I'll just say that the dorms and the living quarters that we
Yeah.
have here far exceeded my expectations.
Oh, well, good. Outstanding.
Just that,
Got it.
that it's
So
really.
y'all
really
staying in
good.
the mission dorm. I mean, part
Right,
of
the
group
mission
is-
dorm, yeah.
And then
Some of them are staying in the
some
cabin.
one of the private
We
cabins,
stayed in
yeah.
the cottage.
Yeah,
which-
those are nice.
Oh, excellent. Yeah,
Very nice.
so nice.
Very good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Beautiful. All right.
Yes.
Well, thank you for sharing that, ladies. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. And
You're welcome.
we
Glad to
appreciate
do
it.
so.
Absolutely. So
So-
the big show, you can say you're on the big show. You can go back and watch this on Facebook or we have our Henderson Sub YouTube page and a post on there. So outstanding.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
And hi to Stephanie from Hebron that is watching.
Yeah.
And she was here with us last year and couldn't make it this year, but hope to
How
come
about
back
that?
again.
Well, she's here in spirit because
Yes,
she's
she
joining
is.
the big show.
Yes, she has.
That's right. All right. God
Okay,
bless,
good.
ladies. Thank
You
you.
too. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Jessica, come on up. You're in the chair for the big show. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, if y'all still seeing us out there, somebody message. Let us know we're still going. Wait a minute. It's run up back there. I didn't follow up on questions. Dave Myers, you're still live. Thank you, Dave. Lisa, we see you good. Stephanie Burst, Loretta, and Bonnie, so proud of you, girl. Oh, that's nice. Hey, Doug Frazier, good to see you. Stephanie Matthews, I love Henderson. Thank you, Stephanie. We appreciate that. Gene Vocals, hi from Door, Michigan. Hey, Gene. Boy, Gene's a regular. Gene and Doug and Boca. Yeah, I hope I'm saying that, Boca. I always afraid I'm not saying that correctly. Hello from Florida Day. And, Stephanie throwing up the hearts.
Oh.
There she is. She's here in spirit. She might not be here, but she is. I was actually looking for her earlier. I said, that's Stephanie Matthews. I bet she's around here somewhere.
You did.
She was with that group last year. I bet she's around here somewhere. So how's it going, Jessica?
It's going good.
Life good?
Always.
Blue staying calm back there?
No, he's wild.
So what do you think about this Blue Big Show we're talking about?
I think it'll be something different.
Think it'll be different? Think it'll be good?
Yeah.
You think you behave yourself?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
that's what we're going to do. So we're going to have a Blue Big Show. You folks can ask questions, and Blue will answer all your questions within reason. He'll answer them. So that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
That's going to be big.
That's-
Now, Blue's not big on words, so we're going to have to figure out a way for him to communicate. But we're going to make that happen. I think that could be an all-time high show
It'll be a good
for
one.
the big show because we're live. Even though it says it's trying to reconnect,
No, we're live.
we're live
We are.
on the big show.
Yep.
At Henderson Settlement. Frakes KY. How's it, Miguel?
She's good.
Is she?
You know, she's crawling, trying to walk.
Ooh,
You know,
she was just down here the other day.
Yep.
Yeah. Soon as she saw me, you know what happened? She didn't cry. What'd she do?
she reached for
She
you.
reached for me. She reached. See, you know when you're in Kentucky.
I can't talk.
That's I like it. See, that's me. That's what I say. She reached. She didn't reach for me. She reached.
Reached.
That's right. See, that's country talk. For you folks out there wondering, how should I communicate? That's how you communicate.
Like tire and tar.
Yeah, tire and tar. We don't have tires.
We got tar.
We got tars.
Yep.
It's multi-purpose.
Mhm.
You got tars, make your cars go. Tar, you can put it on your roof. Like fire. Could be a long way. Could be hot. Could be something on fire.
Fire.
Not
Maybe
fire. Could be fire. It's a fire. Just things like that. Just common
Yeah.
sense kind of stuff. Like Rich. You know? Oh, I wrenched my back. Or, hey, I wrenched him that hammer that he was wanting. Stuff like that. Or she reached for me. She wanted to hug my neck.
Yuns.
Yuns.
I
Yuns.
say yuns all the time.
Yuns. Yuns. What Yuns doing? None of your business. That's what Yuns doing.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yuns.
Yuns.
Can you spell that?
I can.
Yeah.
Y-U-N-S. Yuns. Is that how you spell it?
No.
How you spell it?
I don't know.
Y-O-U-N-S?
That's exactly how I spell it.
Well, that's too many letters.
Well,
There's two things rednecks we try to do. One, we try not to use too many syllables.
yeah.
And two, we try not to use too many letters.
Yeah.
Cut it down. I bet we got another comment on here. Tom Park, hello from Buckeye State. Oh, from the Buckeye State. Ooh, Buckeye State. What, you know where that is?
Nope.
You don't have any idea?
No.
The Buckeye State.
No.
Ohio State.
Oh,
Ohio.
I was saying it.
Oh, wait.
You knew that.
Oh, you tested me.
I knew it.
Yes,
I was just checking.
You're getting too high on your horse now. You start testing me. You can do a lot of things.
You did good though. You
Huh?
did good.
Oh, I did. I get it. Took me a minute.
Yeah.
Had to sink in. So, how's it? So everything's going good in the office?
Yep.
Everything's good. People calling. They call in. They
Busy.
still want to book for the fall
Yes.
or even later this summer. They can do
Mhm.
that if they want to come down for an overnight or a guest or
Yep.
bring a few folks or a lot of folks. We can do that.
Yep.
Absolutely. So you folks that are coming out there, I saw Christine was on here earlier with the Carmel group. I don't know if she's still on or not, but they're here next week. Now,
Yeah.
next Friday, we've got a group coming in from Louisville, Kentucky,
Yes.
and they're like a choir.
Mhm.
So they're going to be doing some things here on campus a
Mhm.
little bit, and then that evening they're going to be like singing.
Yeah.
And so for work campers that would like to attend that, they're really good choir, so that's going to be available.
Mhm.
And even community folks, if they want to come to that, they could too.
Yeah.
So that's a great thing. So we appreciate those folks coming down for that. So, but if you're interested in bringing a work team in the fall, get with us. We can set you up for that. Summer recreation, which is our summer day camp. Kids in the community come here at 9 a.m. They stay till about 2 to get 2 meals, breakfast and lunch during the day. That begins, does that begin next week?
Week after, I'm pretty sure.
Week after next. I was thinking it started next week, but I think you're right because today is only the 6th. So I think it's like the 17th, something like that. So that's coming up. So if you're out there and you need information on that, let us know. We can get you information on that. That's a good thing. So that's coming up. All the staff is being hired and getting trained and planning and preparing all kinds of good things. You may see some pictures from Casey, who is out I think she's currently in Ohio for an annual conference. Then she's coming down to the Kentucky annual conference, and then she's coming back. Yeah. We're going to take care of that. Now, some of you out there may have saw on our Facebook page here that Harry Jennings, who is our projects coordinator, been with us for a long time. Love Harry, does a fantastic job. Great with the people and community and visitors.
Just a good person.
Just a perfect. His mother fell ill, had a heart attack Friday night last week, and then she unfortunately we asked for prayers, and you folks responded to that wonderfully, and we sure appreciate that. But she did pass away sometime mid-afternoon on Monday.
Mhm.
So continue to pray for Harry and his brother and his sister at this time of grieving and dealing with that. Harry was the primary caregiver, so to speak, for his mother, and so really close. But Harry's in our prayers, and I know a few folks out there certainly that too. But we're around. We'll be helping him along the way any way we can. So just if you lift that up, we would appreciate it. Also for the work camper that fell earlier this week and got hurt, lift him up, even though he's on the road to recovery. Certainly, we don't want to forget him, and hopefully he is doing better and heals real quickly. So we appreciate that. So now, man, woo! I think I don't know, but I think next week may very well be another on the road, on site, on location big show.
Ooh.
So it'll be a tape version. We'll open up with a live comment for just a couple of minutes, and then we will do an on-site, on-location big show.
Yeah.
See how that goes. Try that again. That seemed to go pretty good last time. So, folks, we appreciate you. See you back here again next Thursday at 1 o'clock. God bless, and you all have a fantastic end of the week, weekend, and even better next week.
Yes.
See you then.